One. Hey, Jenna, welcome to What's New in Digital. I'm excited for you to be on for the first time.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So Jenna has been the one behind the scenes helping to organize the podcast for about 2 or so years now. So this is her first time now coming out in front of the camera. She's recently become a project manager at NTM and it does so many amazing things behind the scenes. But Jenna, let's just start off in your own words. What's your role at No Typical Moments? And we can jump right into your first topic of conversation.
Sounds good. Yeah, my role at No Typical Moments is executive assistant, like you said, behind the scenes, as well as project management. So I kind of just help keep timelines and stay up to date on all the everything that's going on.
Awesome. Let's hear your first topic.
Yeah, so I wanted to focus around social media today, and something that I've been reading about and noticing is that long form video is making a comeback
Mhm.
more recently because of TikTok. They've been testing out some more long form content and even like horizontal videos because they've been noticing their users spending more of their time watching the longer, like minute plus videos. And so while we're seeing that short form video is still king, like it's still the most successful and most engaging type of content, it could do brands good to preemptively start working on some more long form videos and kind of bringing that into the mix.
What type of content do you enjoy?
Um, I do a lot of scrolling. I do a lot of like doom scrolling on Instagram and TikTok. So I do like the more short form videos, but I do a lot of cooking. So I
Mhm.
will often throw on a longer YouTube video and listen to that while I'm cooking or cleaning or doing whatever else. So a little bit of both video forms for me.
Do you like audio? Podcasts? Do you enjoy audio, Audible books on Spotify or Audible? Kind of what's your view on podcasts?
I do, yeah. So I podcasts I listen to with some frequency. I tend to pull up podcasts on YouTube for whatever reason, even if I'm not watching the video and doing other things. That's just like my go-to. But I enjoy some audio, like audiobooks on Audible and Spotify as well. So do a lot of listening.
I'd love to hear your thoughts of, when you're scrolling, and I think we all do this, it could be as simple as we're in line at Starbucks and we don't want to just, be staring around the coffee
Yeah.
shop, and so we distract ourselves with scrolling. And we all have something that, makes us stop in that scroll. What type of content gets you to stop, and whether you can go in whatever direction you want with that, type of content, video, text-based, what graphics, what gets you to stop and why?
Yeah. I definitely stop more for kind of disruptive videos, just something while I'm sitting there scrolling mindlessly that pulls me out of that mindlessness and really catches my attention with something really engaging right off the bat.
Mhm.
A lot of videos, a lot of people follow the same kind of formula with videos and it gets a little repetitive. So anything that kind of breaks up that repetitiveness really gets me to stop and pay attention to that video more.
Awesome. Let's hear your point number two.
Yeah. So again, on the social media train, SEO is becoming more relevant in the social media space rather than just for blogs and articles and web pages. Optimizing your social media
Mhm.
content by using the right hashtags or keywords in the caption, like relevant phrases in your alt text could make a huge difference in maximizing your discoverability on these platforms. I saw a statistic, I think it was 40% of Gen Z prefer using TikTok over
Right.
Google as a search engine. Um, so it's just more important than ever to like be optimizing your posts and being able to be discovered on different platforms.
Why do you go to social media for searching instead of Google?
So I'm a millennial. I use Google probably more frequently than social media, but I do use social media as a means to find certain types of uh, content or businesses. I find like I'm big on tattoos, and I feel like in the tattoo space, I would go to Instagram first to find something near me that fits with what I am looking for, because then you get a showcase of what kind of style that the artists are using, and the kind of, I guess, vibe that the specific shop is going to have. And that's just an example, but there are certain businesses where I feel like their um, expertise is showcased better on social media than on Google or a website.
I want to break that down a little bit because I do the same thing, same but different, for
Yeah.
NFL free agency right now, I go to Twitter because it's so in the minute of everything
Yeah.
going on. Like Google just doesn't get me instant access to that stuff. Or if I'm going to go to a restaurant, I'll check out their Instagram page to just see
Yep.
photos of their food and make sure it looks appetizing. So for you, when you're going to these business pages then and looking at their content, what are some things that you look for as a user that gives you that trust point of, whether it's that tattoo shop or whatever that is of, all right, they're legit. I like it. I'm going to go and invest some money in it.
Yeah. A big thing that I look for is going to be like how active they are on their platform, how frequently they're posting, like when their last post was, how they engage with their like commenters and just their audience in general, and just the authenticity of their content.
Mhm.
Is it just pictures of their food, or do you get to see a little bit like a peek behind the scenes of like their employees and just who is it behind the page, not just the page, if that makes sense.
It does. I do similar things of looking when they last posted, and if they
Yeah.
haven't posted arbitrarily within a year, I assume they're out of business.
Yep. Yeah.
So let's go to point number three.
Yeah, I think that what I was just saying blends really well into my third point, which is playful and authentic content is what's really resonating with audiences right now. Um, as a brand, if you're constantly posting content that is a sales pitch, like
Mhm.
your audience is going to lose interest really quickly. And you've been like, I'm sure you've seen a lot of big brands are now really successfully using playful content to like kind of combat this. Like it's still kind of a sales pitch, but they're being able to utilize like internet speak and meme culture in order to like get their message across while also maintaining the tone and voice of their brand.
Are there any
Um,
brands who you really admire for their use of playful humor in their content?
oh gosh, there are some, but I saw one recently. I don't know if you've been I like reality TV. I think it's just silly and fun. And there's the Netflix reality show Love is Blind.
I knew you were gonna go
Uh-huh.
Netflix.
And I saw one so Netflix is really good at this, but aside from that, I've seen some people that have been on Love is Blind posting content on TikTok or whatever, and there was one where H&R Block commented on like one of those TikTok posts with a silly comment. And I think that it's just fun to see big brands like that interact with relevant content. Like I think they're just doing something really fun there.
So being just culturally relevant to what's top of mind. Yeah, I want to dive a little bit deeper into that of the importance of the cultural relevancy. I'll give an example of Stranger Things, for instance.
Yeah.
When season 5 drops, the memes related to Stranger Things are going to be everywhere across the internet as it's such a cultural phenomenon. But we're in
Yeah.
this kind of purgatory period where it's not really top of mind for folks. So like a Stranger Things meme, people might not get in this moment, but Love is Blind Like Laura watches that every single night. She just watched
Yeah.
the reunion show. It's on everyone's mind. So can you share a little bit more around the importance of cultural relevancy? And I think as well, to what I'm reading into, it allows you to connect with younger demographics too, of what's actually important to them.
Yeah, I mean, connecting with the like younger demographics is just going to be key in being successful, like moving forward as a business and a brand, like in just today's cultural climate. Internet has just it's so important and it's such a huge part of people's daily lives. And I think that like Gen Z in particular, which is just a huge, massive buying force right now, is just they love the relevancy. They love like playful, silly, authentic content. And brands that come across too serious just aren't going to resonate the same way with those
Mhm.
audiences. Like it's it's just such a new cultural phenomena, and like I think that things are just like changing rapidly, but I feel like this is the way things are going to be moving forward. I can't see this changing to where these younger generations are wanting to see more of that serious content from
Mhm.
like serious sales pitchy kind of content from the brands that they want to interact with.
Perfect, Jenna. Appreciate your time today.
Yeah, thank you.